continue on to more breaking news. Ted Turner, the man who revolutionized television by founding CNN, died earlier today. The network has announced his death, saying he was 87 years old. In 2018, he was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia. Turner was best known as a TV pioneer, but he was also a great philanthropist and environmentalist. Nicole Burley looks back now at his life and legacy in this report.
I dedicate the news channel for America, the cable news network.
Ted Turner founded the first 24-hour cable news channel, CNN, in 1980. Born in Ohio in 1938, he was the oldest of 9 children. Turner began his media empire in 1963, at the age of 24, when he took over his father's billboard business, Turner Advertising, after his father's suicide. He later bought several radio and television stations and renamed the company Turner Broadcasting System. In addition to CNN, Turner created TNT, TBS, and Cartoon Network. At one point, he was named Time Magazine's Man of the Year.
I made the cover of Success Magazine. I held a copy up to Dad and said, "Dad, is that enough? I'm on the cover of Success Magazine."
That same year, he and actress Jane Fonda began their 10-year marriage. He received a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame, and under his ownership, the Atlanta Braves won the 1995 World Series.
The team of the 90s has its world championship.
But his fortune took a turn after he sold Turner Broadcasting to Time Warner. In 2001, Time Warner merged with AOL in what's now known as the worst merger in history.
One of the worst mistakes that's ever been made in business. We went into it half-cocked and unprepared. And that's something you don't want to do on a merger of that consequence.
Within a few months, the economy fell into a recession and the dot-com bubble burst. Turner estimated he lost about $8 billion, or 80% of his wealth. And that's when he began to focus on his philanthropy. As the second largest individual landholder in North America with 2 million acres, through conservation and preservation efforts, Turner helped bring back the North American bison, the Bolson tortoise, and the Mexican wolf. This active lifestyle on the ranch helped with his Lewy body dementia, with which he was diagnosed right before he turned 80 years old.
It's a mild case of what people have as Alzheimer's. It's similar to that, but not nearly as bad. Alzheimer's is fatal. Thank goodness that I don't have that. But I also got I can't remember the name of it.
That's all right. Tell me what the...
It's dementia. I can't remember what my disease is.
In a letter, Turner explains his passion for giving. Quote, "If I had to live my life over, the one thing I would not change is my charitable giving," which included his historic pledge of $1 billion to the United Nations, creating the Nuclear Threat Initiative, and protecting the climate.
If we can find just a few people that are willing to do half of what Ted has done, we will have made yet another contribution to arresting the extinction crisis, which is truly profound.
He's a very charitable man who left his mark on this world. We'll have more on Ted Turner's life and legacy, as well as reaction from those who knew him on wavy.com.